So it's been a little bit since I've done these. I've been doing some working with the kids at Summer Strength over the summer, but a question came up from one of the parents and said, hey, what's the simple things I could do to have a longer life, have a better quality of life? What's the one thing you would do? You know, we're at the gym and we're looking at all this gym stuff and we're nutrition notes up on the board, and I turned and said, remove stress. And they're like, that's nowhere on your list. I'm like, I know. So here is the number one thing you can do to have a better life, have a longer life, have just increase the quality of everything in your life without sweating or eating. Hey, Sanjay, why am I'm losing my mind right here. I'm having a really hard time with names. I called Jessica Jamie. I couldn't remember Ansley Richards' name. I couldn't remember it just then. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I need to get more sleep. Okay, so reduce your stress. Number one, sleep. That seriously, get 8 hours of sleep. Go to bed at 10, wake up at 6. If you have trouble going to sleep, it's because you're waking up too late. Go to sleep. Exercise. Go to sleep. It's a great way to reduce stress. Okay, so what can you do if you can't get your sleep in? The next steps for reducing stress. One is breathe. So there's a lot of methods in this, but I mean, go with the guys who do this for a living. Like they try to reduce their stress. The Navy SEALs, all those guys, they follow kind of a modified Wim Hof breathing, and it's basically breathe in for 6 seconds, hold it for 2, blow out for 4 seconds, and hold nothing for 2, and just do that. Spend, I don't know, a minute breathing or 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. Do something. If you're doing nothing, then something's better than nothing. So someone asked, what's a better way to go? To have consistency or with bad programming, or really good programming but be inconsistent? Man, be inconsistent or be consistent with crappy programming, because at least you're doing something. Doing something consistently is going to grow you than having the best programming. You know, it's right here in this booklet. I got it, and I just never do it. That's going to get you nowhere. So be consistent, but breathe. Try, start. Wim Hof breathing. Look it up. It's as easy as just controlled breathing, mindfulness, right? The next is meditate. And I don't mean like sitting like a Buddha position or whatever they call that with your legs crisscross, applesauce, all that. It could just be sitting in the chair like this and breathing, right? Be mindful. Think about your day. Plan ahead. What does your week look like? Prepare for tomorrow, tonight, so you're ahead of schedule. Use the early morning time frame. Like I get up at 6. Nobody in my house is up. And it's summer, so of course sleeping. But I get up and do stuff and get myself sorted. I have all my things prepped from the night before, so it reduces stress. Anyway, breathe, meditate, journal. So if you find yourself in stressful situations, you're like, man, I am so stressed. Write down why, when, how, who, and figure out what's the cause of that. So if you're not writing any of this stuff down, you can't remove the stressors from your life. So one way to be less stressed is to literally cut the stress stuff out, which some of those are relationships. Some of those are to-dos. You're doing so much, you can't to get done. You're to stuck, right? So get your to-dos down by just saying no sometimes. Practice the art of saying, yeah, sorry, I can't help you. I'd love to, but I can't, right? Maybe later. Or turn it back on them. Hey, I'd love to help, but here's my time constraints. How can you fit what I can do for you in my time constraints? Oh, you can't. Okay, well, I can't help. Another really easy one is smile. Weirdly, if you do this right now, smiling, it just makes you want to laugh, and it pours endorphins in. It was made for you to, I mean, it's like the universal expression. Well, I suppose no, that's the same in almost every language. And I guess Evie would say math. That's the really universal expression. But everybody, when they're happy, they smile. When they're sad, they cry. So smile, right? If you got a case of RBF, learn to paint that on. Hey, why are you smiling? I don't know. The next is give somebody a hug. It doesn't, well, maybe not someone so random, but man, hugging, just physical contact, and for no real reason, it's awesome. I actually had one of our members of the gym give me a little, I don't know, a thought-provoked thing. It said, loading, dad joke, and I just tell a lot of stupid dad jokes. I saw this, I thought of you. I'm like, that's awesome. And I said, hey, can I give you a hug? She's like, yeah. So, do something nice. Random act of kindness. Here's a little gift. Here's a little hug, right? Or maybe a smelly hug for me. I don't know. So smile. Give someone a hug. And actually, if you're smiling, it's easier to hug people because no one wants to hug a frowner. This one is the tough one. and it probably takes the most action. And if done, you'll probably be the happiest and reduce most of your stress. But man, it is tough. Remove toxic friendships, remove toxic environments. So if you're volunteering at the library and there's just somebody there that's in charge and is just a nagger and they just detract from your life, stop going. Find somebody else, find somewhere else to volunteer. I know I picked the library. I don't know who doesn't like the library. Who's ever gone to the library in the last 10 years? So go to the library. They've got books still and they do other things. But so you can sort of categorize people into two sections, and it is when you're around them, they fill you up. You're like, man, I feel energized. When you're around them, they bring you down and you don't feel energized. Weirdly, people think the same thing about you. So are you a downer? And if you're a downer and most of the time you're complaining or whining or frowning or thinking of the negative and not glasses half full, then man, change that. That's a whole different concept, mindset and growth state of mind. Like, don't be stuck. Like, I am smart. Okay, well, that's it. You're defined as smart. Instead, say, I work hard and can achieve. Hey, I can change that. I can grow that. Anyway, whole different topic. But remove those toxic friendships. If you're the toxic friend, then change yourself. They say you are the culmination or the summation of your 5 closest friends. I mean, who is that? What does that say about you? If you're thinking, man, I wish I had 5 friends, go get some. Go get some friends. How? Find a purpose, get involved. There's so many people looking for someone to help them do stuff that it's easy, right? You could even just insert yourself into some small business entrepreneur's business, right? Hey, do you need help? Yes. Right? Automatic. I mean, someone's going to love it that you're helping them out. Tell them, hey, I'm going to help you for 3 months. I'll help you for 6 months. You'll meet some great people and you'll be doing a great service. You're going to help. A random act of kindness. Why not? Right? On top of that is, smile and laugh with your friends. So if you get together with your friends and it's a constant poo-poo fest or a boo-hoo fest or a wine fest, well, not this type of wine. That'd be a good one, right? If it's a constant wine fest, man, that's not good. Get rid of those friends. I know. You're like, oh, but that's my family. Well, man, you got some work to do on your family. So it's a toughie. But if you find people that are breeding crazy discontent and stress in your life, I don't know, you're an adult. Just don't hang out with them. And if they're like, hey, why aren't you hanging out with me? That's a tough one. Hey, so weirdly, I'm trying to become more positive and I just feel like when we're together, I'm too negative. So I'm trying to fix me. Oh, okay. So it's not me, it's you. It's not you, it's me. Whatever it was, right? But it's simple things. Reduce the stress in your life. If you have less stress, then it's harder to die from those crazy things. Like, you hear like, oh man, they were running triathlons and they were super healthy. And then bam, they just died. Heart disease, whatever, right? You're like, what? And so that's a lot of those things, not all of them, just kind of bucketing it, is stress induced, right? If you're at work, you've got a tough job and it's super stressful and they're like, oh, he died, heart attack. Some stress. I mean, obviously if you're eating Big Macs every day, I mean, I guess some people can live on, actually, I don't think anybody can live on that. I'm sorry. But don't eat Big Macs every day. But if you are, you got other problems. That's, nutrition. But first is reduce stress. It has nothing to do with your nutrition or working out. It has everything to do with this and this, right? So your mindset and your heart, where are they at? Build people up, right? So at our gym, we like to say we are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now, as well as in our 90s. And it's hard to literally when people come in, we're like, hey, we're happy, humble, helpful people. Does that sound like you? And they're like, no. Okay, great. We're not a great gym for you. You should try some other spot. Let me help look you up. What are you into? Right? So, we're also coaching, mentoring, and accountability. Do you want to be mentored? No. Okay, hey, great. It's not going to be a good fit. So if you know who you are or you know what you want to hang out with or be like, jump into it. So it's easy. Well, sort of easy. The first ones are breathe, meditate, journal, smile. That's an easy one. Man, just smile. If somebody cuts you off, smile, wave. Don't tell them they're number one. Just smile at them. So here's a trick that I don't even know where I picked this up from, but in some of the podcasts I listen to, they talk about it. But just assume the guy who cut you off is trying to make it to the hospital because his wife, her husband, whatever, is in the hospital, right? So they must have a really good reason to cut you off, and they're trying to get there, right? I don't know. Just give them the benefit of the doubt. Something must have happened. When an ambulance comes, I mean, you pull off and you don't think, stupid ambulance, because, I mean, they're literally doing something to save someone's life. So just assume, hey, the guy next door, he must have a really good reason. He must be trying to save a life. Maybe he's given his kidney to his cousin. He needs to get there fast. Whatever. Give him the benefit of the doubt. If somebody says, I hate your business, I'm leaving. Hey, great, it's America. Vote with your feet. I love choice, and I want to be here to help. If that's helpful to you and it grows you, then great. Right? They probably have a reason for it. It may not specifically be you, but maybe that's all they can get out of their mouth is, I hate you. And really, it's nothing to do with you. It's just, you're there and you're the target. Just smile and give them a hug. That'd be weird and fun. So, I guess I can't not say this. Tell dad jokes because they're awesome. That's another way to spread smiles. Sarcasm is bad. Somebody is the butt of the joke when you do use sarcasm. But I like to call it fun-casm. So it's just, puns, play on words. I don't know, just things that that are funny that you can have your shtick. My kids know that when something stupid comes up and they're like saying a sentence or whatever and they go, if they say the word but and then something else and it's usually but like, I'm like, ooh, but like, and they're like, Dad, seriously? But they're laughing and it's stupid, I know it, but it's funny, and it's sort of funny, I don't know. It makes them laugh, and so it's hard to argue and be mad at people when there's at least a little bit of a smile on your lips. So anyway, biggest thing I'd tell you for your health first and foremost, and it's easy, costs you nothing, reduce your stress. Breathe, meditate, journal, smile, hug someone, random act of kindness. Find people that fill you up, then go to the other side. Cut out those things that don't, the environments, the people, the substances, and it could be something like chocolate, right? Anyway, so that's it. Y'all take care.